Have you or a loved one suffered from a vehicle with cruise control that doesn't work? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you one very possible and easy solution as to why it's not working. Hey everybody, welcome back. As you can see from that quick intro, I'm going to be fixing the cruise control on this vehicle, and it's something you may not have ever thought could be the issue, and more than likely is the issue. And that is a brake light switch. What a lot of people don't know is these brake light switches have a two-stage switch inside of them. One stage is to kill the cruise control. The second stage is to actually turn on your brake lights. And the reason they do that is because you want to make sure your cruise control turns off before you're hitting the brakes. There's some safety reasons behind that and just some general health reasons behind that for the vehicle. Obviously, you don't want the cruise control trying to push the vehicle forward while you're trying to hit the brakes, so they got to kill that first. Now, this is pretty much installed very similarly across many different vehicles. They may be attached a little differently here and there, but generally speaking, there's always one bolt or some sort of fastener holding the switch on and an electrical plug-in on the switch. Now, how can you tell if the brake switch is actually the problem? There's a few ways. Now, one way you can tell if your brake switch is causing any issues is if you have a code scanner and you can plug it into your OBD2 port on your vehicle. Pull codes and there will more than likely be some sort of a fault code for your brake switch. Not always, but more than likely. Another way you can tell, like me, is if you have an aftermarket trailer brake control module. And what happens is, if that first stage is turned on, you'll actually see the red light indicating that the trailer brake control module is sensing that you're hitting the brakes when you're not. And that is what keeps your cruise from turning on, because the cruise control thinks you're hitting your brakes and it can't turn on. Now, if you don't have any way of telling that, these switches are pretty cheap. 20 bucks max for this switch, $10 minimum if you don't want to go with a factory replacement, off-brand, not AC Delco, or whatever brand you're installing on your vehicle. Now, the reason I bring up the price at all is because if you don't have a way of seeing if this is indeed the problem, it's really a cheap guess and toss up in the air. And again, it's more than likely this switch. If it's not this switch, it's probably a broken wire, a bad fuse, and you're gonna have to do some more digging. But in my case, I've already verified it. I know it's this switch, so let's get it installed and verify the repair. Now, this is a tight space, and I'm gonna do my best to show where generally the brake switch is gonna be. I'm gonna get in there. It's one 10mm bolt in my case, and the thing's out and you can put the new switch in, so let's get it done. Okay, I apologize. My 360 camera died on me. Something's wrong with it. So it's this bolt up here. I know it's hard to see. That bolt sticking out right there. You just gotta get that out, slide the sensor off, slide the new one on, put the bolt in, and you're done. Okay. Okay, as you can see, I got the old one out. There's also this clip that slides on. You're gonna need a pocket screwdriver to slide that off, and then you're done. Now I'll get the new one in and it's fixed. And just like that, it's done. Here's the old one, new one's in, verified everything's working. You may have to clear codes to get your cruise control to work again, depending on what model and make you're working on. And there is not very much room in there, so sometimes you may only be able to use a wrench one turn at a time. That's a quick and easy one, quicker than normal. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, hit that subscribe button, and as always, I will see you in the next video.
Please subscribe to my daddy's channel.